I'm gonna do this. Creating 2 treasures. Activating that. Drawing, sacrificing something. We have more than enough, man. I'm gonna surveil and see what we'll get. Well, with Black Market Tycoon, we're kinda safe-ish, at least. I think I'm gonna destroy the timeless Lotus. That will really make things harder for our opponent, I think. And I'll play the Phenomena Recorder. We will have to attack. We'll take out one of the treasures. Draw another card. Go for 10. Okay, so that's not terrible, I don't think. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today's video is gonna be another Out Brawl episode. This time we are playing with this little fella right here, KORVOLD Fae-Cursed King. It was the commander that won the poll. It has flying. It's a 4/4 dragon noble creature that costs 5, 2 generic, 1 black, 1 red and 1 green. And it reads: whenever KORVOLD enters or attacks, sacrifice another permanent. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, put a 1/1 counter on KORVOLD and draw a card. So, 2 things that I need to explain here. First and foremost, I created the list of my own, like I always do, you know. I research, I put the cards together, I even... You know, I see what I have, what I don't have. If the card is very good, I'll spend my hard-earned wild cards on the deck, but I try to build it in a way that works without me having to spend a lot of wild cards, especially mythic, that I don't have, as you can see. But I didn't feel the deck was very consistent. So I went online, I got a list, and I made some changes that kept the list intact in a way. So I didn't touch a lot of the things that the person did because I thought they were good and it made sense. And it also worked a little bit with what I wanted to do. And I'm going to explain my thought process behind the KORVOLD build. So KORVOLD I wanted to build in a way that was one of 3 ways, or better yet, 3 ways that work together. I think that makes a lot more sense. KORVOLD wants to sacrifice permanents, KORVOLD wants to get counters, and KORVOLD wants to draw cards, right? So my idea was get a lot of treasures, first and foremost. That's why we have cards like Goldhound, Magda, Riveteer's Requisitioner, Sarkhan, there's a lot more. Prosperous Innkeeper, Kalane, Black Market Tycoon, Tireless Provisioner, obviously, Black Market Connections, Pitiless Plunderer as well, Atsushi the Blazing Sky, obviously Goldspan Dragon, and Old Nabon. So those were the treasure creators. I'm sure I'm missing a couple, 1 or 2 more, but those were the main ones, I believe. After that, the second way of building this deck that I thought was, okay, so we need to, if we're sacrificing a lot of things, we're going to be sacrificing creatures, right? So we gotta have a way of getting them back. So that's why we have cards like Reanimate here. We also have Timeless Sweetness, for example, right? That brings a target card from the graveyard to our hand, and it has Eternal Life, so you can do that twice actually. And that's why we have Virtue of Persistence and, most important, Rise of the Dark Realm. So these are the 4 ways we have to get cards from the graveyard into the battlefield again. Again, if we are sacrificing a lot of things, we are probably not gonna have like the biggest board state of all time always, so we also need a lot of removal. That's why Blood Chief's Thirst, Mind Spike, Shambling Ghast is more of a treasure creation, but it also works in other ways. Thoughtseize, Feed the Swarm, let me put these here, Mind Spike, Thoughtseize, Feed the Swarm, Infernal Grasp, Abrade, Then we have Assassin's Trophy, we have Mituk Massacre, we have Rex Sage, that's more for enchantments or artifacts, but it also works. Maelstrom Pulse if we're playing against the deck with a lot of tokens, for example. Damnation, Scavenger Regent, Binding the Old Gods as well. Even the Yawgmoth can serve as that. So we needed ways to kill our opponent's threats or capitalize on killing everything. Also, the way we capitalize is with cards like, for example, Blood Artist. I'm gonna put it here. Bastion of Remembrance, and of course Mituk Massacre, for example, that pings our opponent every time a creature dies. So there are several ways of capitalizing as well. Mayhem Devil as well is another one. So there are several ways. Then we have your card draws, which we also have a lot, mainly because of KORVOLD. We have a bunch of little creatures that can help us when we are getting mana screwed. We have doubling season and parallel lives to double triggers and treasures and token creation stuff. And then we have the third way of doing this, which was not my favorite, but the one I was kind of more into, which is the dragon route. So I'm going to now clean this up a little bit. I'll show you the dragon route in a bit. Okay, so this is the dragon route. Those are dragons that we chose. We can go get dragons with Magda using the billions of treasures we can build. Sarkhan also builds treasures and gets +1/+1 whenever a dragon I control enters, and it also becomes a dragon. Scavenger Region, Atsushi, when it dies, we get to exile cards and create treasures. Decadent Dragon, we get to exile cards or create treasures. When Junji dies, we get to force our opponents to discard 2 cards and lose 2 life, or we can get Graveyard Recursion. Goldspan Dragon will make our treasures be twice as good basically, and Terror of the Peaks can be a finisher in and of itself. Old Gnawbone just creates a bunch of treasures. But that was basically my 3 thought processes. All of them work simultaneously and individually, in my opinion. It could be more consistent, I'll give you that, but it works. Then there's another little thing that I added here, which was Roaming Throne. You always choose dragon, doesn't matter what else, and Phenomenal Recorder that will help you double any trigger that you want. So I think those 2 are also very good additions that I made to the original list. I changed a lot. It's about 50-50 original, 50-50 myself, especially the mana base and stuff like that. So I will let the gameplay speak for itself, show you what this deck can do. It's a very good deck. It's a very interesting, cool deck to play. You can go crazy quick. And let me know if you guys try this deck. Let me know if you guys have your own lists. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the videos. Okay guys, let's see. Reese the Redeemed. That deck usually goes crazy quick, so our hand must be good. I like it. I like our hand. We have a little bit of reanimate thingy going on. We have removal for Reese. We will be able to go get like a survey land. Maybe we'll get a creature so that we can reanimate. What colors do we need the most? We have 2 black, a red, no green. So I think Commercial District. No, probably Underground Mortuary, right? I think that makes sense, at least. I'll get the other land, why not? Raucous Theater is very good as well. So, Reese the Redeemed. I think I am not going to kill it immediately. I want to surveil first. Village Rights. I'll take Village Rights as well. Drawing cards is always a good thing. Let's just see what our opponent does with Reese the Redeemed, because until he has enough mana, this doesn't really do a lot. So I guess we'll see. Okay, he attacked, so that's probably all he has to do. I think I'm gonna Woe Strider and just pass turn. All good for now. Nothing to worry about yet. Spring Art Nantuk. that is fine. He's gonna create a token. Yeah, okay. He's not going to attack, that is obvious. I'm not going to do anything either. I'll just add that. So I think I'm going to attack with the Woe Strider, and then I'll see what our opponent does. Probably just gonna take it or block with that token there. I would assume. I think no, actually no, I think I'm good. I'm trying to be smart here. Kinda want our opponent to overcommit to something, because right now we're talking about a bunch of 1/1s. Okay, what should I kill? Considering I have reanimate. Nah, but I need to kill that. I need to make that more expensive, you know? And I think I will go with that. And I'll take that one out. It doesn't really matter, you know? Okay, Gilded Goose. But we'll have a Goldspan Dragon. We'll take 2 most likely this turn. But we'll, like I said, we'll have a Goldspan Dragon next turn so that we can attack, create a token. You can block with the Arasta, that's fine. I just want the treasures. I could have spent it on the Gilded Goose, but I kind of want a Gilded Goose and then KORVOLD next turn. We can block with the Woe Strider if needed. We can... There's a lot of things we can do. Okay, doubling season. That's worrying. Our opponent will start to go very wide. Okay, so nothing. Nothing was done. So a little change of plans. I'm still gonna Gilded Goose because the Goldspan Dragon doubles the tokens, but the value of the treasures, I mean. So he's gonna block again, and I will Virtue of Persistence the Arasta. Well, actually I can Virtue of Persistence the Nantuko because that's what's creating token. Well, they both create tokens, so. And we have enough for a KORVOLD. We also have enough for the actual Virtue of Persistence, so that's not terrible, but I think I want a KORVOLD. And I will eat the food token, I think. Let me draw. Okay, a Polluted Delta. I'm just gonna pass turn for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can lose all of our creatures, so everything our opponent does, we can just block. Okay, we got the win. I was gonna say we can just block with everything because we are with Rise of the Dark Realms good to go, more than ready, you know. The deck performed exactly how I envisioned it to perform against a very tough deck, you know, like this would go wide and tall now with the Cathar's Crusade, but I think with all the I mean, he had 2 creatures with reach. I don't have trample or anything, but you know, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana at our disposal next turn, so nothing to play the Rise of the Dark Realms with, so nothing too interesting. But we could have reanimated a Raster, for example. We would have probably Virtue of Persistence next turn, you know. We could have Scryed, taken everything out, you know what I mean. So there were options. Pretty decent game. Let's get into another one. So after the last win, we had there's nothing we can say about that loss against Edgar, another Edgar deck. Jesus, that was so difficult. I kind of like this hand. It's not terrible. But you know, so I'm gonna go with that. We're gonna create a little 0-1 plant token that we can actually use to block something if needed. But next turn our intentions is to, I'm gonna take the 2. Our intentions is to well, actually I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna behold the scavenger regent so we can create a treasure, and now I can play the elvish mystic as well. Yeah, I'm gonna attack with my 0-1. Next turn we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana available. We can either spawn a shaman or we can scavenger regent for 2. But that's not fantastic. We can also try and double block here and trade with the Valley my color, but we will lose. Let's see if this works. I doubt it works. I'm sure our opponent has something, but to protect the might color. But we gotta try this because that's gonna be the most difficult one to deal with. So I will 1,000,000% take that. 1,000,000% take that. I'll go get something. Why not? Let's go get the underground mortuary. I'll definitely take that one as well. We are basically trying to just stay afloat until we can actually put something on the battlefield, right? So these are gonna be, oof, that's crazy. That's not great for us. So we definitely need Gold Spend Dragon as quickly as possible, man. I'll trade there, I guess. I don't need Fauna Shaman that much. And now if our opponent wants something, he needs to basically spend all his mana playing that. We could go with the 4/4 there, but no, I think I want to, like I said, Gold Spend Dragon, do it as quickly as possible and just try to, yeah, now I'll block with that crap. Does nothing for us. Ophiomancer is also not that terrible. I'm going to go with Dragon here. The problem with this play is that our opponent will get to attack and it will make other creatures like bigger twice. So that's going to become an 8/8, 6/6. And with this amount of mana, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 9 mana. I can take out 7 at most. So that's not fantastic. Okay, another heir apparent, so he's gonna create a bunch of tokens, doubling everything. But again, we can kill them, we just cannot kill the, well, I don't know if I'm not gonna die now. So 7, 8, 6, 2, we go to 1. We go to 1 life. So I'm attacking, getting another treasure. He decided to block. That is weird, I'm not gonna lie. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, can we actually? Can we actually do that? and just wipe the board. Oh damn, we could. Nice. But we only have one life, so I have no idea how we're gonna get out of this one. We just one life. Yeah, that's what I need, Magic. For sure. For sure, Magic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'll KORVOLD because we kinda need mana. Not mana, something. I'll go with that. And a Braid. That's not an artifact, that's an enchantment. So we'll see. Let's see what happens. We are still not out of this, so if nothing deals 1 damage, we can still do something. Okay, an Arrow Parent, that's fine. I will just build the Arrow Parent there. We're not gonna get it, and we get another land, and it's a crappy one, so hooray, kudos. But it's better than nothing. I think I'm going to attack, see what our opponent, see what we draw. I will take that one out. Okay, the Great Henge is a good card. I will definitely take the Great Henge. That is actually fantastic. Now we're on 3 life. And we got the win. How is this even possible, guys? This was insane. Scavenger Regent. That one was a lifesaver. I clearly did the math wrong. I thought the Roaming Throne at least would survive, but you know, we got a bunch of removal spells. We could trade with a lot of smaller creatures. We got mana. The Gold Pendragon was fantastic. The moment we got the Great Henge, you know, things would go a little bit better for us. But our draws weren't fantastic in the last 2 or 3 turns. Apart from a Braid, I would say that was kind of helpful because of the Heir Apparent. But yeah, like a great game, honestly. The deck really showcased what it could do. Very happy. Let's get into another one. We are facing Joda the Unifier, so we are not gonna start off easy, and this hand makes it a 1,000,000% worse or harder. This one is much better. Took Massacre, a lot of smaller creatures. I might start with that one though. Nah, I won't. So I'll go with the Llanowar Wastes, yeah. Then I will go with green and Elysian Caryatid. Caryatid? I don't know. Elysian Caryatid sounds nice. And then next turn I'll go with red. For sure. Paradise Druid and Kalane. Yeah, that makes sense. And we are on our way. That's shady. That is very shady. I don't trust our opponent. I'll go with Parallel Lives. Okay. And I'll attack with that one. Why not? And just pass turn. Forces you control. When it attacks. Okay. I will Infernal Grasp. I could KORVOLD, but I think I want to Prosperous Innkeeper. Create 2 treasures. And what the hell, man? Jesus Christ, that's dumb. Why is that still doing the 2 treasures? God damn it, man. Like, this is not a smart game at all. Jesus Christ, brother. Okay, it enters tap. So that is something. Now we're going to KORVOLD 1,000,000%. And we are going to take out... It has to be that one. Create 2 treasures. Mind Spike. Okay, I'll go with that. Why wouldn't I? Wild Rose Rebellion. That's fine. And we can actually Black Market Tycoon. Because we're gonna sacrifice, make a KORVOLD bigger. No land still. Still no lands. Not gonna say anything. No lands is wild work, I'm telling you right now, man. Honestly, no lands is crazy. Okay, so our opponent... Oh, we got one now. So our opponent is going nuts with the... So first, I can actually go with... No, I don't want to. I'm gonna do this. Creating 2 treasures. Activating that. Drawing, sacrificing something. We have more than enough, man. I'm gonna surveil and see what we'll get. Well, with Black Market Tycoon, we're kinda safe-ish, at least. I think I'm gonna destroy the Timeless Lotus. That will really make things harder for our opponent, I think. I do believe that, at least. And I'll play the Phenomena Recorder. We will have to attack. We'll take out one of the treasures. Draw another card. Go for 10. Okay, so that's not terrible, I don't think. I don't think that's terrible. I can protect it if our opponent plays something that's blue or black. There we go. I will go with that. It gives X-proof from blue and from black, which is perfect. So our opponent will most likely try and kill KORVOLD, right? And I will try to utilize that. Sure, our opponent might have a response, but this is the only thing we can do, and so that's perfect, actually. Yeah, I think we might have this. Yeah, that was a fantastic one, actually. That was a very good one, even though we didn't get the amount of lands we needed. We managed to survive with the treasure strategy, you know, like creating a lot of treasures with cards like Pitiless Plunderer, Black Market Tycoon, even the Prosperous Innkeeper, and these 2 little guys here, the Caryatid and the Paradise Druid. They were very helpful. Obviously, Kalane as well in her own way. Veil of Summer really put a dent on our opponent's Ertai, which is not an easy thing. So we, in the midst of the unluckiness, we were very lucky. So I'm very happy with this win as well. The deck worked perfectly actually against Jodo, which is never easy. The Abrade was also very useful because our opponent would be able to play 30 more spells every turn just because of this Timeless Lotus. That's crazy. I'm exaggerating to prove a point, obviously. I think we already have 4 wins, but I'll probably try another one. Like I said in the previous video, I'll see how it goes. If I can find a good gameplay video, I will add it and then go to the final thoughts. If not, you're gonna see the regular, like a standard video final thoughts screen. So let's see what happens next. Varchild with Gahuk Relentless. Let's see if it's gonna be our last game or not. It's not something that we usually see. Interesting. It's very interesting. I don't really like this hand, so I'm gonna mulligan. I like this hand a little bit more. We can Wooded Foothills, go get something with black, so we can play the Chambling Ghast, and the turn after we can play oh, I was very confused, like okay. We can also Overgrown Tome, pay 2, or Blood Crypt. I'm gonna Overgrown Tome, pay 2, and I'll Chambling Ghast, because this way if he kills our creature, we'll just create a treasure. If not, then next turn we'll Elysian Caryatid or Ornithopter of Paradise, something like that, you know. So okay, what's this? Mills 3 cards. Okay, interesting. I'll go with red here. I will keep this to block. I'll go with that one. Why not? No attacks. I will keep that to block now. If our opponent attacks or something. He did not. I will also go with that. Prosperous Innkeeper, because we're going to be creating a treasure. And that way we can actually also Ornithopter of Paradise, gain a life, and we still have enough for a Veil of Summer if our opponent plays something that we need to utilize to protect our creatures. So not a lot of mana, but a lot of smaller creatures that will help us get to where we want to be. So now it's time to start fishing for okay, I was gonna say start fishing for removal, but we just got it, so we're gonna gain a life. We're gonna take out Chambling Ghast, create a treasure token, draw another card, which hopefully will be a land. It is perfect. It's tapped, but we'll take it. And we have 2 treasures now. We can play the Veil of Summer and try and protect KORVOLD and, well, technically the rest of our board that way. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, sacrifices a creature of their choice. That's not like super terrible for me. How much do I really want to do this? I want to do this because I will sacrifice and draw cards and stuff, so yeah. Bloodchief's Thirst is also very good, and we can now actually kick it, so we can destroy target creature or planeswalker. So I'm fine with that. Plus we have a 7/7 in the air now, so I'm gonna Misty Rainforest, sacrifice it, which is fantastic. Draw another card. I'm going to Commercial District and see what we'll get. Another land, not interested in those. We can get the Paradise Druid and the Mayhem Devil and still have enough for the Veil of Summer. What will I take out? I think I'm going to take out the starting town. Like I said, with all those smaller creatures, we are in a good position, right? Plus, most board wipes are either blue or green, but that's, you know, that's not X-proof. All other creatures they control returns all creature cards from their graveyard that weren't put there this way. It's not gonna help, but I can draw, right? What creature cards do I have? Shambling Gas. That's not terrible. Oh my god. Yeah. That was definitely not ideal for us. But we're gonna draw a bunch of cards and our opponent will get it quite a bit as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We still managed to get the win. That was actually kind of crazy. Unfortunately, the Veil of Summer wasn't as helpful as it could have been. Like, it would have been much better. I don't think it would work because it's not targeted, it's all. So, but the fact that it says sacrifices and not destroys actually made us win this game, because our opponent had one creature and we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures. So there was at least 6 triggers going from the Mayhem Devil. Then we were going to draw at least 6 cards. We had mana. We could have find a way to get back in the game with the cards that we had. But again, pretty decent win. I'm gonna leave it here. You know, after this pretty decent win, I think we have 5 good games. Pretty interesting commander for sure. Definitely, I liked it. I decided to go with the route that's probably not the best one, the one that I explained in the intro, which if you guys jumped till the end, my thought process was, and this was one of the big reasons because of it, Magda. I thought about, okay, let's create a bunch of treasures. Worst case scenario, KORVOLD can feed off of those, can sacrifice those treasures, get huge, draw a lot of cards. Eventually we'll draw Magda, go get dragons, you know. So it was a 3-prong attack where we used the sacrificing ability from KORVOLD and the card advantage that this huge beast gives us. We use the Toke Treasure creating that a lot of cards in the deck also give us, like Magda, Shambling Ghast. In this game alone, we saw Magda, Shambling Ghast, Prosperous Innkeeper. In the game prior, we saw a couple as well, so we have a bunch of them. And the third strategy would be basically dragons, which I feel like we also accomplished pretty well. Like, dragons were very important in a lot of different games. Some of those you guys saw, some of those not really, but Scavenger Regent, especially Goldspan Dragon, was amazing. We didn't see a lot from cards like Terror of the Peaks or Old Gnawbone, for example. I thought they would be much more prevalent as well. Rise of the Dark Realms in this deck, I thought it would be very good because you're sacrificing a lot of stuff. So with the amount of treasures you're creating, with the amount of mana you can get, as you saw, there were games where I only drew mana basically. I think you saw a couple of games like that at least. But yeah, the deck works pretty well. Let me know what kind of strategy you'd see yourself building KORVOLD with or for. As always, appreciate the support you guys have been giving to the channel. We're on, let me just confirm, because sometimes these things change very quickly. 290 subs, so only 10 subs away. I don't think it's going to be possible to reach it by the end of the month, but 300 is still the next sub goal, and after that it will be 500 for a giveaway. I'm sure I'll find something good to say thank you to you guys. But yeah, that's it. That's the basic idea. Let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the deck, if you tried it out, how did you build it, if you tried this list, if you tried another one. I really want to have more of a conversation with you guys in the videos, you know. I think that makes the process of making this a lot more fun for me, at least. So let me know what you guys think, and if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, follow, subscribe to you know, to everything. It's extremely appreciated as always, and yeah man, I'll see you on the next one.